Good Wednesday afternoon here. This is Jill with Hillbilly Jilly's Texas Garden. I'm going to show you how we're doing on some of the powdery mildew on the squash plants. Some are surviving and thriving quite well, still producing, but some, as you can see, it's still taking hold. We did get about another inch of rain yesterday, so that's going to cause some of this to start molding up again, but we'll continue harvesting as long as we can, and like I thought, probably around I don't know, first week or second week in July, we'll have to pull these up. Wanted to show you what's going on over here with our vertical growing. There's our cucumbers, our watermelon, and our cantaloupes. The cucumbers have really started to slow down on producing, but they are still producing. I think that we'll still get another, I don't know, maybe 10 pints out of them before it's all said and done, but these are going to start going away as well. The watermelons are doing fantastic, and watermelons don't ripen until July or August. These are personal size watermelons. These are heirloom watermelons. I have 5 very good size watermelons in here. My grandson's already wanting to pick them, but I told him he had to wait a little bit longer until they ripen. So here's what the cucumbers are looking like. Now let's look at the cantaloupes. I haven't showed you a whole lot of these, but these are really starting to come through. You can start seeing I probably have about 7 or 8 good sized cantaloupes growing in here. These are the French petite cantaloupes. These are seeds that I do harvest every year. They are heirloom seeds. We started out getting them from Baker Heirloom Seed Company about 5 or 6 years ago, and I have kept harvesting my seeds year after year, and they keep producing year after year. So you can see them in there. Let's take a look at our tomatoes. The tomatoes are continuing to just explode in growth. They're a little slow on ripening. These are the yellow boy tomatoes. We really like those. These are starting to ripen a little quicker than the red tomatoes. So you can see some of these plants are getting very, very heavy with the fruits on them. Look at some of these. This is the first year I've grown this type of heirloom tomato, and I need to look and see what kind it is, because I tell you what, they have just gotten huge, absolutely huge. I bet some of these tomatoes weigh a pound apiece, and I'm not kidding, but they are doing well. We're hoping, since some of the mild weather has settled down, that these are going to start to ripen quicker. And then we have this one that I had to cut back quite a bit today. This one's starting to produce. I was concerned about this one. And then we have our tomatillos, and you can see they're just starting to split. You want to pick these tomatillos when their little sacks split, just like this. And if you wait any longer, I mean, they literally will turn yellow in a day, and then they're too sour and bitter. But these have done very well for us this year. This is my first year growing these. We've already enjoyed quite a few of them in some of our vegetables. Green beans are still producing just a small bit. We were able to can another 10 pints yesterday with what we picked over the weekend. And there is my beautiful sunflower that we've been waiting to bloom. This was the one that just kind of came up out of nowhere. And it's a very beautiful thing to come up in the middle of your garden. So, anyway, although it looks quite dry, it's not. As I walk in this dirt, it does sink. And we may get a little bit more rain. That Tropical Storm Cindy, I believe, is down on the Gulf Coast, and it may sling something up our way, so we're going to be watching that. Our bell peppers have really taken off since some of these squash plants have died back. We have never had this many bell peppers like we have, and I think it's because we have had such mild evenings and mild days. Bell peppers will start producing here in Texas once we get above 90 degrees, but if we can keep the plants alive, they'll start producing again sometime in September when we start getting cooler days and cooler nights. So we're looking forward to these coming up and taking care of these throughout the season. And this is our jalapenos. It's a Texas staple. So these are doing fantastic as well. We've probably canned about 4 or 5 pints of these. So we're excited about that. You can see they're just exploding all over. There's lots of things we learned this year that we will carry over into next year. But wanted to give you an update today, let you see how everything's going, let you see what a Texas garden looks like in close to the end of June, because it does start to get hot. Things do start to slow down on their growing, and they do start to burn up. So we'll get what we can as long as we can, and when it's over, and we'll prepare for our fall gardening. So hopefully we'll be showing you some of our fall stuff. Hope you have a blessed day. Thank you for visiting. Please subscribe to our channel if you like, and have a great day. Bye.